Good morning, friends. Today we're going to be reading There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed Fly Guy by Ted Arnold. And as we read, I want you to think about our characters, and I want you to think about the setting. Where does our story take place? And then the problem and solution of our story. Remember, the problem of the story is what goes wrong. And then the solution is how they fix that problem. How do they solve their problem, which is typically at the end of the story. And as we read, I'm going to be stopping at a couple words, and I want you to see if you can remember the sounds and the letters that go along with those words, okay? All right, let's get started. A young boy named Buzz had a pet fly. No one knows why he had a pet fly. Buzz named him Fly Guy. Now, we have the word pet here. P-et, pet. What short vowel sound do you hear in the middle of p-et? So if you remember our hand motions, what letter makes the short sound? If you said short E, you're right. All right, let's keep going and find out what happens. Chapter 1. One day, Buzz went to visit his grandma. Fly Guy went too. Grandma was happy to see Buzz. She ran to hug him. Now, how can we figure out that Grandma was so happy to see Buzz based on our picture clues? Our text says that Grandma was happy, but let's see how our illustrator draws the picture to show that she really is happy. What do you notice about Grandma's facial expressions? I noticed that her mouth is wide open and that she's smiling really big. And she has her arms spread out open so that she can give Buzz a big hug. That's how I know that she's happy. And in our last sentence, it says that she ran to hug him. Let's look at ran and hug and talk about the short vowels we hear in each of those words. N, ran. What vowel do you hear in the middle of n, ran? Think about this. Ran. Or the an family. Can, ran, fan, things like that. If you said short A, you're right. Now let's look at the word hug. Hug. What short vowel sound do you hear in hug? If you said short U, you're right. Let's keep going. Hi, Grandma, said Buzz. I want you to meet my pet. Look what happens. Grandma said glurk, and she swallowed Fly Guy. Oh my goodness. So she ran to give him a hug, and then Fly Guy went in her mouth, and she accidentally swallowed him. Oh no. Let's see what happens. Buzz didn't know why she swallowed Fly Guy. So again, let's go back to our picture clues. How do you think Buzz is feeling right now? Do you think that he's happy? What about angry? What about sad? I noticed that because he's crying, that tells me he's sad that Grandma accidentally swallowed Fly Guy. All right, let's read chapter 2 and see if we can figure out why or what they did to solve this problem. How can they fix their problem? Chapter 2. Fly Guy went down a deep, dark hole. At the bottom of the hole, he came to a wet place. Based on the pictures, what place do you think he ended up at? Well, based on the chewed up food and the juices at the bottom, it probably shows me that he's in Grandma's stomach. So we came to the word wet. Again, it says at the bottom of the hole he came to a wet place. Before we talked about the word pet. Pet and wet have the same ending sound. If you remember what word means two words having the same ending sound, can you tell me now? If you said that they rhyme, you're right. Good job. He looked around for a while. Then he wanted to leave. He started up the hole. Just then, Grandma swallowed a spider to catch Fly Guy. Then she swallowed a bird to catch the spider. Oh my goodness. So she's swallowing other animals to try to catch the ones in her stomach. Do you think that's gonna help? Or do you think that's gonna be bad? Raise a quiet thumb up if you think it's gonna be good and that they'll get all of the animals out. And raise a quiet thumb down if you don't think this is going to be a good solution. All right, let's keep going. She swallowed a cat to catch the bird. She swallowed a dog to catch the cat. She swallowed a goat to catch the dog. She swallowed a cow to catch the goat. Oh my goodness, look at all those animals squished into her belly. That is crazy. Oh my goodness. Grandma was about to swallow a horse to catch the cow. Fly Guy cried, "Buzz! I'm up here!" yelled Buzz. Does anyone remember what type of punctuation this is? It's something that helps us know that they're yelling or that they are shouting something either excitedly or that they're angry or that they're scared. Is it a period? Is it a question mark? Or is it an exclamation point? If you said exclamation point, you're right. Out came Fly Guy. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh, here we go. Are you ready? Are you sure? Okay. Out came the spider, the bird, the cat, the dog, the goat, and the cow. Ugh. And everyone lived happily ever after, of course. All right. So now that we've finished our book, let's talk about our characters, our setting, our problem, and our solution. So, first let's talk about our characters. Who's our main characters in the story? Well, first of all, based on the cover, we know that it's talking about Fly Guy. And who is Fly Guy's owner? Does anyone remember this boy's name? His name is Buzz. Then we have Grandma. So Buzz, Fly Guy, and Grandma are our three main characters. But we also have some other characters. Now our characters can be people, but they can also be animals or things. So in this book, I think we have a lot of different characters because Grandma swallows a lot of different animals. So can you remember some of the animals that she swallowed to try to catch Fly Guy? If you can remember at least 3, I want you to whisper them into your hands like this. So I remember a dog, a cat, and a bird. Did you remember the same ones as me? Or did you remember different ones? So there was a spider, and a bird, and a cat, and a dog, and a goat, and a cow. She almost swallowed the horse, but she didn't because Fly Guy cried out to Buzz and he flew up out of Grandma's mouth and back into Buzz's arms. So, now that we know our characters, what about our setting? Where does our story take place? Well, it's said at the beginning of our story that Buzz went to visit his grandma. So maybe that tells me that he went to his grandma's house. Thumbs up if you agree and thumbs down if you don't. Let me know. So now that we know what our setting is, let's talk about our problem. What went wrong in the story? What did Grandma accidentally do when she gave Buzz a hug? Does anyone remember? If you said that she swallowed Fly Guy, you're right. All right, let's see. How did she, Grandma, try to solve her problem? If I go back in my book, I remember that she started swallowing different animals to try to catch all of the other ones inside her tummy. Now, earlier I asked you if you thought that this would work. Some of you might have put your thumbs up, and some of you might have put your thumbs down. If you put your thumbs up, sorry, it was actually thumbs down. This didn't work. They just got all squished inside her tummy like this. Fly Guy got so squished that he had to cry out to Buzz and fly back up Grandma's throat and back up out of her mouth and into Buzz's arms. That's how we know that he solved his problem. Fly Guy solved his own problem by flying out of all of the animals in her tummy and went back to Buzz. And then, all of a sudden, all of the other animals inside her stomach came back up, and then everyone lived happily ever after. Thank you for spending this time reading with me. I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope to see you soon.